Welcome, everyone. Today, we're diving deep into what is, without a doubt, the absolute heart of your power in Infinite Borders your heroes. I mean, they're the core of every army, the key to every piece of land you take, and the reason for every single victory. So let's get you ready to command them like a true strategist. So here's our game plan for today. First, we'll meet your heroes and get the basics down. Then we'll talk about how you actually assemble your army. After that, we'll cover the path to making them powerful, how to unlock their true potential with advancement and awakening, and finally, we'll get into the real fun stuff, the art of strategy. All right, first things first. Before you can build an unstoppable force, you've got to understand the fundamentals. These core mechanics, they're the absolute foundation for everything else you're going to do. Okay, let's start with the single most important number you need to wrap your head around, command. The easiest way to think about it is like a salary cap for your team. Every single hero has a command cost, and yeah, usually the stronger they are, the higher that cost is. This means you can't just throw your three best heroes into an army from day one. You have to work within your command budget. So you're probably wondering, how do I increase that budget? Well, it's actually pretty straightforward. First, and this is the main way, you upgrade your castle. Every single level gives you another 0.5 command. Simple as that. Then, a bit later on, you'll be able to build a Buddhist temple, and that can eventually give you another 1.5 on top of that. And this is the magic number you're aiming for, 10.0. Getting to this cap should be one of your biggest goals, because hitting 10.0 is what lets you field those truly top-tier, meta-defining armies that can just dominate the entire map. Okay, so you get the budget. Now it's time to go shopping, right? Let's talk about how you actually get these heroes and champions onto your roster in the first place. You've got quite a few ways to do this. The game gives you a free Famous General draw every 12 hours and a half-price one right after. You should absolutely be hitting those every single day. For bigger recruitment drives, you'll be using Jades. A little later, you'll also unlock coin recruitment, which is a great way to spend that currency. And hey, if you're a new player, just remember to log in. You get some awesome heroes like SP Luigi and Lu Bai just for showing up. So you've got your heroes, but right now, they're level 1. They're kind of weak. How do we forge them into the battlefield legends they're meant to be? Well, it all comes down to good old-fashioned experience points. There are really two main paths to power here. The first, and most obvious, is battle. You know, sending your troops out, fighting enemies, taking land. That's your active method. The second is drill. This is a more passive way to train. It lets your heroes gain XP over time without any risk. It's perfect for when you're busy or maybe low on resources. And this is why you should always be pushing to take higher level land. Just look at the screen. Look at that jump in experience you get going from a level 4 to a level 5 plot. It literally triples from 5,000 to 15,000 EXP. The takeaway is simple. The second you think your army can handle it, make occupying level 5 land your #1 priority. It will speed up your leveling like you wouldn't believe. And here's a little pro tip for you, something that a lot of players sleep on. Make sure you check your petitions every single day. Some of those little events will reward you with Hero XP books, which are just free, instant experience you can pop on any hero you want. It's a total freebie. Leveling up is just the start, you know? To really unleash a hero's full power, you need to get familiar with two very different but incredibly powerful systems, Advancement and Awakening. Okay. This is where players get confused all the time, so let's break it down really simply. Advancement is all about stats. You use an exact copy of a hero, and you get 10 attribute points to spend. Their little stars turn red. Awakening, on the other hand, is all about skills. It's a one-time thing, it uses any 2 other heroes of the same rarity as fuel, and its huge reward is unlocking that absolutely critical 3rd stratagem slot. Actually, advancing a hero is super easy. You just go to their details page, hit points allocation, tap that advance button up in the corner, and then pick the duplicate you want to use. Just be really careful you don't accidentally use a hero you've already leveled up as the material. And that brings us to a super important piece of advice, especially for you folks in Season 1. Awakening a 5-star hero means you have to sacrifice 2 other 5-star heroes. Early on, when your roster is small, that is a massive, massive cost. You need to be 100% sure the hero you're awakening is a core long-term part of your strategy before you even think about hitting that button. So we've got our heroes, we've leveled them up, and we've unlocked their potential. Now for the final, and honestly the most creative part, tailoring their abilities through stratagems. So what are stratagems? They're the skills your heroes use in a fight. Every hero starts with one unique initial stratagem that kind of defines who they are, but the real strategy, the real magic happens when you start adding more skills into those extra slots, turning them into exactly what your army needs. And this timeline here really lays out that whole journey. At level 1, you've got their main skill. Boom. At level 5, you can add a second one. Then at level 20, you can awaken them, which, as we know, unlocks that game-changing third and final slot. That's the path to power for every single hero in the game.
So there you have it. That's the complete roadmap, from a fresh recruit all the way to a battlefield legend. You have all the knowledge you need to build some seriously powerful heroes. So the only question left is, which ones will lead your army to victory? The choice is all yours.